Am I the a-hole for refusing to spend $800 on a dress my friend's mother-in-law demanded? I'm 26, and my best friend since 4th grade, Priya, asked me to be her maid of honor back in January. I said yes before she even finished the sentence. We've been through everything together, my parents' divorce, her dad's cancer scare, 3 terrible boyfriends between us, and I genuinely wanted this day to be perfect for her. The wedding planning started normal enough. Venue colors, the usual group chat chaos with the other 3 bridesmaids. Then Priya's fiancé's mother, a woman named Deborah who I'd met maybe 4 times, decided she wanted input on the bridesmaid dresses. Fine, I thought, plenty of future mother-in-laws get opinions. Except Deborah didn't just want input. She picked out a custom dress from a designer in another state, sent us all a link, and said every bridesmaid needed to order one by the end of the week. The dress was $800, not counting alterations or shipping. I make decent money, but I'm also 6 months into paying off a car repair and saving for grad school applications. $800 for a dress I'd wear once was not in my budget, and honestly, even if it was, the principle bothered me. So I texted Priya and asked if there was a cheaper option, or if I could just find a dress in the right shade of sage green myself. She said she'd ask Deborah. 2 days later Priya called me, and I could tell from her voice she'd been crying. Deborah had apparently told her that if the bridesmaids couldn't commit to the vision, maybe they weren't taking the wedding seriously enough. Priya asked me, as her best friend and maid of honor, to just pay for the dress and not make waves so close to the big day. I told her I loved her, but I wasn't spending a week's worth of grocery money to make her future mother-in-law happy, especially when Deborah wasn't even paying for it herself. That's when things got messy. The other 2 bridesmaids, Kayla and Simone, had already caved and ordered the dresses, and apparently there was a whole conversation in the bridal party chat about how I was the difficult one, and how it was just one dress. Why does she have to make it about money? Kayla texted me directly saying I was embarrassing Priya in front of her new in-laws. Simone stayed quiet, but I saw her like a message agreeing with Kayla. I held my ground. I found a sage green dress at a regular department store for $90, sent Priya a photo, and told her I'd be there in spirit and in the right color, even if I wasn't matching down to the stitching. She didn't respond for 4 days. Then, at the rehearsal dinner, Deborah pulled me aside in front of half the wedding party and said, loud enough for people to turn their heads, that she was disappointed I couldn't make one small sacrifice for Priya's big day. My mom, who'd come as my plus one, actually stepped in and said Deborah should maybe worry less about matching fabric and more about how she was treating her son's fiancé's oldest friend. It got awkward fast. Priya just stood there, not defending anyone, staring at her shoes. Later that night, Priya texted me saying she wished I'd just gone along with it to avoid the scene, that it was her wedding and my mom had made things worse, and that she needed space to think before tomorrow. I haven't heard from her since, and the wedding is in 2 days. I still don't know if I'm walking down that aisle in sage green from a department store, or not walking down it at all. I keep replaying it in my head. Was an $800 dress really such a small ask for someone I've called my best friend for 17 years? Or was I right to think that a future mother-in-law doesn't get to dictate what the actual bridal party spends, especially without offering to cover it herself? My mom thinks I did nothing wrong. Kayla and Simone clearly think I did. And Priya, the person